What's up, electronic guys, and Sam, and Kenny, and Gabby? This is Mr. G here, hanging out today. It's day like what 77 of the coronavirus or something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna be working on a little soldering project today, and I know how much you guys love soldering, so I thought it would be fun to kind of bring you along. This is school related, obviously, but it's not assignment or anything like that. I just thought it'd be kind of fun for you guys to watch this video and see what I was up to. Background here you can kind of see is my workshop, my garage, my man cave as they call it. But anyway, yeah, thought it'd be fun for you guys to come along. So check this out. So here's what we got. I got this for Christmas. This is a set of Hella auxiliary lights. You can see in here there's a little wiring diagram there that go to a vehicle. So this is my FJ out here that I drive back and forth to school every day. So inside here we got some wiring, and you can see the lights here. This is what they look like. Oops, sorry about that. And they're gonna mount up, like on the bumper or down here or something. I don't know. I'll figure that out. But what they want you to do with these things, as you can see on the end here, they've got some wires, right? And they just want you to solder those directly to the wiring harness that goes inside the vehicle. So let's take a look at that. So here's the inside of the vehicle. A couple of days ago, I came out here and I wired up this relay that you can see right here that's going to activate the lights. And I also wired up the red positive here off of the battery, and down here somewhere you can see a blue wire right there. Right here runs to this ground. So that's our ground. But we got this yellow and this black wire bundle that I've just kind of had tied up in the engine bay here. The yellow is the trigger, and that's going to need to go through the firewall into the inside of the cab somewhere, and I'll have to trigger that or activate it off of a switch, probably a light switch or something like that. But the black wire here, you can see the end, right? They want you to wire those to the lights that we were looking at, and they want you to just solder them directly together so it's kind of like permanent. But I don't want to do that. So here's what we're going to do. Like everybody else in the world, I went on Amazon and I bought this little bag of connectors here. So you can see there's just like a 2-pin auxiliary connector. This is gonna be hard to do with one hand here. Well, you have to trust me. There's like there's a little gasket. Oh, there you can kind of see it a little bit in the green. There's like a little water gasket in there so that moisture and stuff doesn't get in. So what I want to do is solder these ends to the lights and that wiring harness that's inside the vehicle there, so that if I want to swap them out or one burns out or I want to take them off or something, I don't have to undo all of the wiring. I can just simply disconnect it right here. So that's what we're going to be soldering up today. Alright guys, so here we are. We're all set up with the stuff. I got my soldering iron plugged in. It's getting hot. Got a pair of wire strippers here. I already stripped the ends of all of these wires so that they're really ready to go. Got some solder and got our good friend some heat shrink tube here. So we're going to start with that. I'm going to slide this on because I want to be able to make these joints real nice. So I'm going to take these tubes here, just cut a little bit off. You guys remember doing this stuff in class? Woo, that was jumpy. So I'm just going to slide these on the ends of the lights here. I just realized, so I'm doing this, that I'm going to need 2 more. So I'll have to cut 2 more quick here. Slide those all on in advance because we're not going to be able to get them on there once the wire is soldered up. I've done that a few times, soldered things together and then been like, oh geez, I wanted to heat shrink that and totally forgot. So there's our 2 more. We're going to slide those on this one right here. So one of the things that's kind of interesting about these is you can see these wires, connectors that I bought off of Amazon. You can see they're red and black, and I taught you guys that black is typically ground and red is usually hot. But if you look at the lights over here, you can see they're black and blue. So in this case, sometimes black can also work as a hot, not just red. So in the case of these hella lights, black is meant to be positive, and the blue is actually meant to be ground. If you think about our breadboards, you might remember on the sides they got like a red line and a blue line that runs down there. So this is going to kind of seem a little weird, but I'm actually going to solder the red to the black and the black to the blue to keep the grounds connected. So I'm just going to take these, twist these together just like we did in class. Let's get a little bit of solder here. If you guys could see how ghetto my camera is like rigged up on this little wood block in my garage, you would laugh at me. All you like TikTokers, you probably got this fancy equipment and everything to make this work. I don't have a helping hand. You would think the electronics teacher would, but I don't. So let me get this out of the way so you guys can see better. I'm just going to heat this up here and see if we can get this to solder together. Oh yeah, there's those lead fumes. Real nice. That went pretty well. And let's take the black. I just did that wrong. Alright, you got to see me make a mistake. I just got done telling you I was going to do this opposite of what I did. So a little bit of heat, unsolder that. See, even I make mistakes. Let's twist the black on here. I'm sure you guys will all be making fun of me for that. Alright, let's try this again. Black to blue. Come on. This is why helping hands are nice. You see how much trouble I'm having trying to do this with one hand? There we go. And let's do the red to the black. Just saw my solder fall. Love that. Oh, popped apart. I just run out to Harbor Freight, you know, and like pick up a helping hand or something like that, but I guess they don't consider that life essential. Man, this one keeps coming apart. I'm going to have to re-strip the end of this. Let's try this again. Let's twist this around here. Man, this does not want to stay together. A lot easier to solder at school on a workbench. There we go. So now that's got an end to it. Yay. Let's get this one out of the way. And let's do these two. Let's do this right this time. Let's run the black to the blue. go. And let's do the red to the black. Twist this one together. Mr. G's Soldering Adventures. Woo! All right. Now, let's take this right here. Bring this down. Slide that over our soldered end. Oh, it's got a little bit of an edge on it. Grab nippers. Clean that off right there. Should be able to slide this other heat shrink right over it now. Lovely. Let's get the heat gun. This is the fun part. Shrink that on there. Boom. There we go. I'll do the other one in a second. I'm sure you probably don't want to watch both of these. Yeah, that's it. If this, I know this video is probably a little crude, but if it gets a lot of watches and a lot of likes and you guys actually enjoy this stuff, maybe I'll bring you along on some of the other adventures. Maybe I'll show you wiring it up on the truck out there in the future. All right. Hope you guys are staying safe. Enjoy your time off, and we'll see you soon.